Are we live? 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 Are we live? Are we live? Come on! Come on! Come on! Tell me we're live. Tell me we're live. Don't see that we're live. Oh! Come on! Come on! Be live! Be live! Be live! Are we live? Checking if we're live. Checking if we're live. I'm not seeing us being live right now. Let's see. According to PlayStation, I'm live, but according to YouTube, I'm not. There, we are live. Okay, hold on. Go here.
Not there, we are live.
Okay, we are live. I'm going to edit. I'm going to quick throw in the thumbnail. Scroll down here. Upload. Downloads? Yep. Downloads. Open. We're uploading. We're uploaded. We're saved. We're live. We got the thumbnail. We're live on YouTube across the world to our millions of fans.
We got the thumbnail.
And you can hear me and I'm not muted. Okay. So, this is going to be a very long, potentially, episode. I'm going to have to be smart, diligent, very tactical with how we approach this one. So, we have probably easily the biggest block of the year because it's the last block. We also have the closing of, let's see, if we get this up. Let's just announce that we're live in the Discord real quick, just in case anyone wants to hop in. Always appreciate the live support. I appreciate anyone tuned into the stream against Buffalo. But we're probably going to be making some money moves on Discord while we're live. So I'll just make a quick one. Share, copy. Okay, stop talking. Brady in the background, or Chip, or whatever you guys know he is. Okay, Big Ten. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Last regular season big pod of S34. Live now. Paste. And then enter. Okay. Now, we are going to be following up on some things. So, a couple of housekeeping items. I doubt most of you guys will listen to this tonight, but weeks 7 through 10 close, so we are going to pay attention to that as we go through teams. If we see any games, throw my whole headset on. If we see any games from weeks 7 through 10 still open, I am going to go in and find the scheduling thread while I record this episode. So this is my kind of check for myself, make sure I'm doing that. I know it's late, but I mean, you guys are all adults. You can get your games in. So disappointing that I may have to do that, but hey, sometimes it happens. And I know you guys who have young families, I'm sure you're absolutely swamped during this time. So no shame to anyone. Hope you enjoy the time with your families. Hope you enjoy the people around you. I love you. So, without further ado, though, we have some big games this block. And pretty much how the standings are set up right now, there are 3 legitimate contenders for the Big Ten title game. Hopefully, these other 4, if not more, teams that could get in with some tiebreakers, going to require copious amounts of math, a passel of thinking, and a plethora of Excel sheeting. Hopefully, I don't get to that. So, 3 teams. One guy I think is kind of a lock, but not really, because his last 2 games are tough. Ohio State, will get to them. They're undefeated in conference. He takes care of business. He's in. The other 2 who have a fighting chance, who have the best chance, kind of in the driver's seat, MSU, Metro, Rutgers, MJ Kemp. MSU wins out as Metro. He is guaranteed a tiebreaker scenario. Rutgers wins out. MJ Kemp, he's guaranteed a spot in the title game. Because he would have the tiebreaker. Oh, geez, no, because it would really throw off tiebreakers. Yeah, so I don't even know. But if Rutgers wins out and MSU wins out, then we'll have potentially 3 teams tied at 5-1. We'll figure out the tiebreakers as they lay. I think it would end up being Rutgers and Ohio State, but I don't know. Regardless, if Rutgers loses and Metro loses, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, potentially 7 teams tied at 2 losses. It's going to take 5 ever to figure it out. But regardless, it's already been too long. I've been talking. Let's get into the actual pod right now. So we're going to start, as we always do, with Illinois. Now, NADOG is one of those teams where I said I'm going to look. If you don't have your games played weeks 9 and 10, I'm going to go into the scheduling threads. He doesn't have weeks 7 through 10. He doesn't have his game week 9 played or his game week 10 played. So we're going on Discord right now, live on the podcast, and we're going to find out what's going on with these 2 games. So I'm going to go to, I mean, it's public information, so who cares? So we're going to go Illinois. Search for Illinois. Oh my gosh. If I spell it right. Illinois. Okay. Search. So we're going to try and find Massey updates. Who cares? Try and find this Washington thread. Okay, it's taking too long. I gotta go week. Okay, this is week 9. So we're gonna go week 9. Week. I think it's -9. Yeah, there we go. And channel week 9, Illinois. Search. Very successful. No, because this is season 34, isn't it? Yeah. All right. Oh, the scheduling threads didn't get made for week. No, they did, right? I could have sworn they did. I don't know. See, this is the problem. This is the problem with this. This is why we do it live, man, because you get to see everything, all the thinking that goes on. You get to see everything going on. Okay, no, scheduling threads were made. Illinois. Here you go. Original message deleted. Oh, that's great. Original message deleted. Oh my gosh, I don't think this thread really got made right. Okay, well, I'm going to make it myself. I do have the ability to make scheduling threads. I don't think you guys do, but conference commissioners do. So I'll do this, at Washington, at NADOG, boom, boom. Alright, so just made the scheduling thread last night to get this in, guys. Is there anything set up? Okay, that's sent. Boom, we go to Illinois has another game against Rutgers, MJ Kemp. MJ Kemp, don't let this game go to MJ Kemp. You do not want to go to another fair sim, bro. I mean, you already lost to Northern Illinois by fair sim. It's sad. Oh, 2 new. Trying to tonight. Awesome. Love it. Sweet. I'm actually going to say that. Awesome. Exclamation point. Love it. Okay. Just wanted to check. Just wanted to check. Okay. Week 10. This isn't week 10. Oh, I gotta go here. Browse channels, search channels, week -10, open. He's not playing me. See, look at us yapping. Okay. Okay, they've been active as recently as 21 minutes ago. Sorry, I can't play right now. I had a Rutgers basketball game. If my dad won't be home till 11. Shoot, that stinks. Okay. Hey, I'm available. What's good? Night's work. Hey, man. I'm available today. I'm out of town till Thursday. Okay. Hey, man, available tonight. Yeah, I should have time tonight. Why did he say he's available tonight if he didn't? Yeah, tough. Yeah, that's part of being a kid. Okay, so potentially getting this game in tonight. I think you guys know that. They know that. I don't need to say that. So potentially getting the NADOG. NADOG's around. He was free to play if you're around 40 minutes ago. So we got movement in the NADOG world. I don't know where this thread was because the one I could see, yeah. I literally made it 2 minutes ago. My bad, guys. Weird things happening. I'm replying to Drewski right now, live. Weird things happening with threads this season. Okay. Okay, so Illinois, we covered that. So I can see him communicating with Rutgers, potentially. I don't know. He said he could play at 6. MJ's going to a basketball game with his dad. That's fine. I mean, it's part of being a high schooler. You go to basketball games with your dad. Sounds fun. So he's going to a basketball game with his dad. The Drewski game, not really sure. That one's kind of up in the air. Hopefully it gets taken. Hopefully it gets played. So, not really going to address the games he hasn't played yet. But those 2 games, so he has 2 games. Hopefully he gets them played because I like Nate Dogg. I like watching him play. He's a cool guy. So he does have a game that I have a lot of confidence will get played because it's against a guy who's very active. I think because he's been off a couple weeks. So he's playing Wisconsin at home. RB's been an absolute tear. Has a huge win against Oregon. Has a huge win against Michigan. Both at home. This one's on the road. I don't know if... Man, does RB have any great road wins? That Drewski one is pretty good. I would say it's his best road win. Yeah, by some margin. So best road win right now against Drewski. I would say Illinois, NADOG's kind of comparable to Drewski. If he can beat Drewski, I think he can beat NADOG. So I'm going to take RB in this one. But this should be a really good game. And then Illinois' other game is home. No, it's on the road. And it's against Battle for the Land of Lincoln. Oh, yeah, sweet. Oh, yeah, it's rivalry week 14. So NADOG's going to travel to Outlaw and Northwestern this game. Again, hoping Outlaw can get a win in conference. He only has 2 more chances, I think. There's 3 more chances. This is one of them. Hoping he gets it this one. I think his best shot will be against... Man, this might... Maybe his best shot would be cruising, just because cruising plays weird sometimes. This is going to be a NADOG victory. So I'm predicting NADOG to go 1-1 this block. I do think RB is going to take care of business at NADOG's house. But Illinois might be weird. They might have like a top 25 strength or HFA. If they do, I would pick NADOG, but I don't think they do. So I think NADOG's going to be able to win this one. Hopefully he doesn't get 2 sim games. And he plays Troy too, actually. So that's big for Troy. There's an outside chance at CFP for the group of 5. So Mr. NADOG predicting to go 1-1 in block. Jeez, what is this? Block 7? Yeah. Yeah, block 7. Okay. So moving on. A guy who only has 1 game this week, which is crazy considering how late we are in the season. But it's just how the bye week or how the out of conference worked out. We got Big Mike. Jeez, brain fart. Big Mike is playing Nidler. So I'll throw that up on the screen. It's the other way, though. I like seeing these cool rivalry games, though. Battle for the Old Oaken Bucket. Interesting. But Mike had a pretty interesting block. He had to play 2 top 25 opponents, split them. He did lose to Smitty. I'll just play around with this while I talk. He did lose this game to Smitty. Not really unexpected. Smitty just kind of has that type of play style. It's really hard to beat if you don't play against it a lot. Mike doesn't really play against it a lot. I think Mike's really good at stopping the pass, stopping the run. You look at his team. I mean, what the heck is that team? Well, Indiana has the best team in the game. They should. I mean, they're probably the best team in college football. But despite all those high overalls, they just don't have the abilities to hang with some of these guys. And Smitty, just with that crazy run game, Indiana doesn't really have the abilities to stop it. So Smitty ended up winning this game by 14 or 17 points. And then the other game that Mike played, he played against RB, who's kind of had a little bit of a run. But Mike said, "Yo, RB, do you remember who I am? I'm Big Mike. And he said, hey, I'm going to win this game. And he won this game. He won by 21. Again, this was the one where, I mean, you look at those overall differences. It just wasn't going to happen for RB. Even being at Wisconsin, I thought maybe he had a chance, but Mike just took care of business, which he's good about doing. He doesn't lose games he's supposed to win. So that being said, he's playing a game that he's supposed to win against Nidler, who has one Big Ten win. I think one win regardless, on the season. I think this will be both of their last games of the year. I do think it's going to go the way of Big Mike. So Big Mike will finish a season that, man, I really think he had a shot at a playoff berth if he could have just won a couple more. But I think he's going to end the season 7-5 and he's going to beat Nidler here. But just to not get that signature win, other than a jumper, you got that signature win to start the year in jumper and just could not, had a gauntlet of a schedule, couldn't quite fight his way through it. But I'm expecting Mike to go with a dub here. Now, moving on, we got Iowa. We got the Hawkeyes. They have one potentially winnable game, one absolutely just don't see it happening in a million years game. It's the other way. He's traveling to East Lansing. He's taking on Metro D. I mean, just too much of a talent gap in coaches here. Metro's just had a great year, potential chance at a Big Ten title game berth, as I said at the beginning of the podcast. I just don't see it happening. So, yeah, this one's going to be Metro D by quite a bit. Jeremy's other game, though, I think he can win. It's a rivalry game, as most games Week 14 are. It's the Heroes, the Battle of the Heroes. He's going to host the Nebraska Cornhuskers and take on MGR, who did win this past block, but both guys have kind of had pretty unsuccessful seasons. There's going to be a combined 2 conference wins between the two, I'm assuming, when they play. So I am hoping that Jeremy gets his first conference win in the Big Ten. It would be his only conference win in the Big Ten. And maybe has something to build on going into next year. He's, 85 overall. There's no way he retains this team, so he's going to be a day 2 draft pick. So hopefully he can just get a few coach points out of getting this rivalry game. Will help him out and just maybe get him a little higher in the draft, get to have a little bit better of a G5 team. But yeah, I think he can win this one. There's no way he beats Metro. All right, next team. Yeah, Victim. I like Victim. He's cool. He's gone 4-6 this year. He plays both Michigan schools. It's interesting scheduling. On his last block, this one's away. He's going to travel to Ann Arbor against the Michigan Wolverines. This is another one. There's just no way. Oh my gosh, his win goal was 2? Oh, he did really good this year. Yeah, shout out to him. So yeah, this isn't. No, there's no way. Michigan's going to win by 14. I'm sorry. Best of luck to Victim. Hopefully he keeps it close. He had one huge win. Yeah, he beat Block. I think he's the last guy to ever play Block. So that's kind of cool. His other win, he beat Tim. That was a nice win. Tim versus Tim. Battle of the Tims. A couple Tims cutting it up. But yeah, other than that, nothing too crazy. He had a great game against MGR, and then barely beat Black Rain. I don't see this one being close, but the best luck to Victim. He surprised you. I don't think a lot of people would have picked him to beat Tim, so yeah, maybe it'll surprise me, but I think Zoot's got this one. Then his last game's at home. He's going to host the Michigan State Spartans. And Metro D, another one word. I'm sorry, Victim. I like you. You're cool. I talked with you on the mic. I think you're my 3rd ever NDL game. I had fun. But yeah, this one, I got to go Metro. He's just big coach talent disparity here. So I'm going to take Metro D, take care of business, and win this one. Now moving on to the Mitten. First start off, this game's already been played. Won by Metro. It was in Ann Arbor too. Dang, that was a big one for Metro. But Zoot's got 2 games. Maryland, I just talked about this game. I don't think it's going to be particularly close. I think he'll take care of business pretty easily. And then his other one, he has to. Oh my gosh, I put it the wrong way. Dang it. There. I don't think this one will be particularly close. He's going to take care of business pretty easily. And then his other game is going to be an absolute dogfight. If he can make it one, he's going to travel to Columbus and take on D. Kennedy in what is known as the game. I would say best rivalry in college football, but I'm kind of biased. I'm from the Midwest. I think it's cool how Ohio State X's out the M in Michigan, doesn't say that. Try and talk without saying the M. I also think it's cool how Michigan, they don't have as much skill. They don't refer to them as the team down south. Yeah, Ohio State, I guess, takes it a little more serious then. But obviously, huge rivalry. There was a little war between these two states at one point in time for the city of Toledo. So I do think DeCandy's going to win this one just because that's a big talent gap, and DeCandy uses it really well, and he's going to have the HFA, so it's going to be tough for Zoot to move the ball. I'd be shocked if Zoot scores more than 20 points in this one, and if that does happen, I'd be shocked if Zoot comes away with the victory. So we're going to predict a DeCandy victory by, we'll say 10, because it's a rivalry game. I don't think it'll be a big blowout, but it's going to be a tough one for Zoot to come away and win. So I do think Zoot's going to go 1-1 to end this 1-1 in this block, which would effectively, I think he's already been knocked out of playoff contention. He'll definitely be knocked out of playoff contention, getting himself 4 losses. And conference championship contention, which he's already been knocked out of as well. So going to end the year, I'm assuming 8-4, set him up for probably a decent bowl game, and he should be able to, oh shoot, if he wins, who did he lose to? That was weird. Oh yeah, he lost to Metro. Yeah, hopefully he can retain. He needs a 90 coach score, so that means he needs 50 out of 100 points. He's gonna get 10 rivalry, 0 win goal, 0 for win 6 conference games. Man, it's gonna be close. Wolverine. Oh my gosh, the Wolverines might be up for grabs next year. Wow. Because of that, wow, looking forward to this game so much more. Yeah, this is a huge game. Zoo probably needs this to retain. Wow. Well, best of luck to him. But, man, DeCandy's just so good. I'm not going to pick against DeCandy until he loses. So, man, whew. Hope he can retain, though. I hate to see a guy get fired. Okay, moving on to the other Mitten team, Metro. He has an unplayed game against UCLA. What am I saying? Oh, I was just reading my computer. This thread, I did check. Metro's trying to get it in. I kind of added him. Not a great conversation between the two guys, but hey, hopefully the game gets played between him and UCLA. And then his other 2 games is block are honestly kind of cakewalks for him. He's going to go... This one's at home. This way. He's going to host Iowa. This game's not going to be close. And then he's going to travel to Maryland. I could see this game being kind of close, maybe. I don't know. I don't think it'll be that close, though. So I think he'll go 2-0 in this block. He had a couple big wins recently. He was able to knock off Michigan and knock off Indiana, which is huge for him. I do think he's in a potential playoff spot right now. If he is able to avoid whatever happens with this UCLA game would really hurt. But I think if he doesn't get a sim loss against UCLA, he's going to win out, and I think he's kind of a lock for the playoff, even with having 2 losses, because it doesn't seem right to knock him out if he plays in this conference title game as I expect him to. So yeah, I think he's going to be a playoff contender, which is great for him, because that you look at that overall, that team's not good, and he's done a great job, played really well with them. Really proud of him as his commissioner. So hopefully he's able to make some noise in the playoff, because I think he's going to be in it. So we'll move on to the Golden Gophers, who are taking on. Well, I got to mention this. They had probably the biggest upset this year. I don't can't think of a bigger one because he's only 6-4. This game was won by Minnesota, and Minnesota honestly dominated. Minnesota's the better team. Shell did kick a field goal with like 15 seconds left to go up by 1. But then unfortunately decided to have his linebacker man up on a Minnesota wide receiver who scampered down the field 80 yards to set up, probably 60 yards, to set up a game-winning field goal as time expired for a 29-27 victory for the Minnesota Golden Gophers. He's had 2 great wins this year. He beat Weasel, who I think is a great coach. He also, as I just talked about, he just beat Shell. And he played it close to Texanol, who's a ranked coach. But so you got to be proud of himself for that. So to end the year, he has a couple of games. This game, I don't think it's going to be particularly close just with how he's been playing, but I see he played MGR really close. Nidler didn't win by a ton. I don't think he's a guy who really blows people out, so I could see this one actually being closer than I'm expecting. Potentially Outlaw's last. I do think this is Outlaw's best chance to get a win this season in his last 3 games. Yeah, it is. So I'm actually going to take Outlaw just because I don't want anyone to go defeated for an entire year, so I hope he wins it. But I am predicting Outlaw, even though I think Noel's a little bit better coach here. And then we've got his other game. It's going to be a dandy, I'm hoping. It's the other way. But it is the battle for Paul Bunyan's axe. It is against Wisconsin. And, man, I don't really know how to pick this one because I do think Knowles just seems to kind of play everyone close unless they have kind of that. I don't want to say it's a meta offense, but it's very like pass heavy. I wonder if Knowles' difficulty is kind of with the run sometimes, and I get a notification on Discord. I don't know why. Oh, Big Ten. Oh, we live tonight. Let's go. Yeah, it's appreciate it, RB, if you're listening. I mean, hopefully, I assume you're listening. But do think that. I mean, RB, what a coincidence. I'm literally talking about his team. I do think RB's going to win this one, but I do think Knowles is going to play this one really tight because RB doesn't play that style of team that typically has blown Knowles out. Like he plays, MJ Kemp kind of plays that like pass heavy, quote-unquote meta offense. D. Candy kind of has, that was a snow game, and Knowles put it in the snow, so James Peoples ran for like 1,000,000 yards on him. Poor decision. And then the Metro also kind of has like that little more meta passy offense. I think the guys who play more like football, non-video gaming, like J Hub, he barely beats. MGR kind of plays the football, plays him a lot closer. Weasel, even though Weasel gets talked about a lot, I think he plays a lot less quote-unquote cheesy, as he likes to say, offense. Texanol, very run-of-the-mill offense. So I think RB runs a very typical football offense, which I think Knowles matches up well against. Knowles quietly has 6 wins with a 2.5 win goal. It'd be interesting to see where he goes to next year because he's definitely going to have a pick of a pretty good team. I think right now he's won every rivalry game, yeah, and this is his last one. There's a chance to have a great, he's won his 4 conference games already. Yeah, he's a chance to have a great pick next year, so watch out for Knowles. But I do think RB's going to win this one. So I'm surprisingly predicting Knowles to not win a game this block. But he's had a great year this year. I've loved watching him. I told you. Played that scrimmage against Georgia, that mythical scrimmage against Georgia, and did a great job. And since then, he's just had a couple incredible wins beating Oregon and Auburn. So yeah, shout out to Knowles. Let's see. So one of Knowles' opponents, Nebraska, MGR, he has 2 more games. I think one probably won't be the most fun for him. He's going to host the Nittany Lions and Smitty, and yeah, this one's going to be rough. But, I say that, but I mean, he lost to Cruising by 35. He almost beat Rain. Man, Rain, I mean, I know it's yeah, right, Sammy? Let's go Huskers. Let's see what they can do. As I was about to say, I was about to kind of go on a little Rain tangent, because like if you look at Rain's schedule, it is so weird because like there are guys who talk about strength of schedule, there's some huge strength of schedule, guys. Look at Rain's schedule. Who on there? Or who on there is honestly like a scary team. There's one team I see. That Arkansas win, I think he's in the playoff because of that Arkansas win. If he didn't beat Arkansas, which he beat him by 13, props to him for that. Because I remember Devin beat him as Pitt, maybe last season or a couple seasons ago. But other than that, man, these are not good wins. I think Rain's kind of going. He's kind of sneaking under the radar with kind of a. I mean, what his opponent record has to be like 0.4 or 0.3, 0.355. He barely has a better opponent record than the infamous non-con scheduler Dave at UConn. So hey, just a little tangent. Like when we talk about strength of schedule, well, let's pump the brakes on strength of schedule before you take a look at the Irish. Okay. So yeah, Nebraska. I do think MGR is going to be able to put up a fight here because he usually puts up a fight. I mean, recently, not so much, but I like him as someone who just doesn't get blown out. I don't see him as a guy that gets blown out, even though I've seen him get blown out. Oh, jeez. Now I'm convincing myself he's going to get blown out. No, you know what? He's going to put up a fight. I think he knows how to play against a run-heavy guy like Smitty, even though Smitty is really good. He'll be able to put up a fight, but I do think Smitty's going to win this one. And then his other game this block, I think it's going to be an awesome game. Totally one that, like, NDL football enjoyers should watch. MGR versus J-Hub. I did pick J-Hub because I want everyone to win a game in conference, and J-Hub doesn't have one yet, and this is his best chance at one. But I do think MGR is it's gonna be a great game because, MGR had a great game against Freak. Yeah, only won by 14. That's a Syracuse team that hasn't won a game either. So I'm hoping Jeremy gets the win because I like to see everyone get at least one conference win, but I do think it's going to be a great game. I think it'll be very enjoyable. I'm sure both coaches will really have fun playing. It'll be interesting to see how Nebraska tries to fight against this run-powered offense, run-heavy offense at Iowa. And I think, I don't think there's any way he retains his team. Meet win goal. There's no way he meets his win goal. There's no way he wins 6 conference games. There's no way he finishes top 6 in the conference. He already lost to Knowles. Yeah, I don't see any way he retains. So tough, but we're probably going to see MGR in the draft next year. Okay, so yeah, and I predicted him to lose both his games this block too, which is tough. But I really want Jeremy to win this one. Okay, so moving on to another guy who's. Speaking of guys who haven't won conference games, we got Outlaw. I wish this was a game. It's Northwestern, Iowa, but it's not because that would have been fun. But Outlaw, he's got games against Knowles, who I talked about before. I think this one, I'm picking Outlaw because I want everyone to win a game, but I do think Knowles is probably the better team, better player. He doesn't have the better team, though. But I'm going to pick Northwestern this one. Man, Northwestern kicked CMU's butt in real life. In the bowl game, that was tough. But I'm going to pick Northwestern. Hope Outlaw gets his one win. Rooting for you, Outlaw. And then Outlaw's other game going to be a lot tougher against Illinois. It's going to be at home, though, so maybe a little bit of a chance. But I think Nate Dogg's really good. He's just kind of, I don't know. He's kind of like been a little MIA this year. But he's had some nice wins against Mike. He had a nice one against Mike. Other than that, he just doesn't have many games played. He's just kind of been a little MIA. Hopefully he figures it out. But best of luck to him for that. And I do think that Nadog's going to win this one. So I am predicting Outlaw wins his one conference game against Knowles, but thinks he can drop this one against Nadog. There's one game at all. Outlaw doesn't have a win yet. Let's hopefully wins one. Okay, and now we got, I always like this. We kind of got this dog fight. It's like murderer's row of teams that come up right here. D. Kennedy. This one's at Rutgers. Oh my gosh, I don't know how to pick this one. I think it being at Rutgers, but I think Kemp lost when he was Mizzou. He had a chance to go for 2 to win the game as time expired. Maybe didn't quite get it. I do think their coach. Let me see. Can I check I know I can check by head-to-head. Yeah, there you go. D. Kennedy head-to-head. Because he's played... Oh, they're 2-2. Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay, so they're actually 2-2, so this is a bit of a grudge match. Man, did they play as... Oh, yeah, they would have played as Colorado and Cincy, and then Bama, Mizzou. And then last year, I guess they probably played Ohio State, Illinois. Or it at least got simmed. I don't know if it actually got played. But, jeez, man, yeah, grudge match here. I gotta go D. Kennedy. I told you guys my rules, man. I don't pick against guys until when they're undefeated. So I'm gonna go D. Kennedy in this one, which is really gonna hurt MJ Kemp. Will probably likely knock him out of title game contention if it does happen, which would probably result in an OSU MSU championship or rematch of 2010. No, this is the year FSU won the title with Jameis. 2013? Yeah, I don't know. Well, let's do some research. Why not? Jameis. Oh my gosh, Jameis Winston, FSU, Natty. 2014. Okay. Yeah, it should be a fun game. Oh my gosh, lots of points is an understatement. Oh, geez. I mean, I know I never really picked the over, but geez, picking the over in this one, or I set a total. I never really set a total, but in this one, geez, if I had to set a total, I'd probably go 60. Well, 35-35, probably 35-28, 57. Yeah, let's go 60.5. Why not? So that gives them room for, what would that be, 9, like 10. If they score 10 combined touchdowns, they hit the over. If they score less, they don't. That's underselling it. D. Kennedy hasn't scored less than 30 points all year. Honestly, I'm setting the total at 75. So that gives a 49. So if the game's 49-42, that would be 91. That's realistic. But if it's 49-35, that'd be 84. No. Yeah. Yeah, I would say 75. 75.5. Why not? I'd take the over. This is going to be a fun one. Looking forward to that one. Almost as much as I'm looking forward to this one because now that I realized it's not only for bragging rights, even though the Candy's a Georgia fan, but it's for retention. This is a loser leaves forever. Zoot's not retaining Michigan if he loses this game. He does not have the points. I can't. The math doesn't math if he loses this game. This is a must-win for Zoot. It's kind of a must-win for Ohio State because, I mean, you're the undefeated team. Can you really lose to this rivalry game and still win a natty? I don't know. I mean, it's a must-win for both teams. This could be a great game. It's at Ohio State. It's going to be really tough for Zoot. So I do think DeCandy's going to win. I do think DeCandy's going to win his Rutgers game as well. I think he's going to continue to be undefeated. But this one should be really good just because Zoot, this is a game Zoot has to win. He's going to put everything he has on the line, pull out all the stops, and hopefully he can come away with the win because you hate to see teams get fired. Yeah, I know. It might be one where, post it, you got a DM block. You DM block, you say block. Look at this. This is for U of M. Like, what do you think? Like, I know, do you want to hate watch this? He might hate watch it. He might be in the chat. He might be in the live stream saying, "What's up, Zoot? I hate you." Hatred game. Just pure, what is it, like old-fashioned hatred? It's like the Tennessee, some rivalry. There's going to be some hatred from Block. Wow. Yeah, I know. Wow, this is a Block, like, Undertaker type game, Just come back from the dead. Okay. Yeah, so Ohio State, 2 great games. Should be fun. But, jeez, I don't really want to talk about Oregon because Shell's just absolutely disappointed me. I'm just so disappointed in him. I root for Shell every single game. I really have rooted for him every single game. So, I got to talk about it. I really don't want to. I was feeling good cheering for Shell, and he was winning games, and I was like, yeah, you guys hate on Shell's out of conference. He's really good. And then, frick. So, I might as well be consistent because these were road games. So Shell went late a stinker against Wisconsin. He unfortunately gave up 41 points on the road. Can't give up 41 points. Shell, come on, Shell. Beat MJ Kemp and Smitty, goes and loses to RB. I don't know. It happens. It's the NDL. You can lose any game. That one was frustrating. This one just, I don't know. Frustrating is not even the right word. This one was maddening. This one made me irate. This one frustrated me so much. I was rooting from the whole game. He finally got the lead. He had a lead before, I guess. But so Knowles kicked and had a kickoff. Shell returned it for a lead. Knowles went down and scored to take the lead back. Shell kicks a field goal. 15 seconds left. I'm like, thank goodness he won. The Big Ten's going to have another playoff lock in addition to Ohio State. And then he goes and he comes out and man up 3 deep. Second he was in it, I was like, oh my gosh, dude, why are you in man up 3 deep? There's too much time for man up 3 deep. Get out of this. So, Knowles, to his credit, calls a great crosser with his slot receiver, goes flying down the sideline. I think maybe Knowles will get tackled as time expires. He won't be able to get the field goal off. No, he goes out of bounds with 2 seconds left, makes the field goal for the win. That was just heartbreaking for all the fans in Eugene. And just as a guy who's been a shell backer all year, it's just disappointing to see him in the chat saying, oh, guys, I stink. Oh, man, this is like I'm in a rut. I'm bad. I'm not even going to retain Oregon. So bad. So, that being said, Shell, if you're listening, in the words of Rock, shut up. Lock in, Shell. Gosh, dang it, bro. The game's not over. Like, in the words of Apollo Creed, come on, Shell. You got to fight. There is no tomorrow. Gosh, win. Come on, Shell. Jeez Louise. Okay, I know Creed didn't say jeez Louise. But, okay, so he's playing Cruising. It's at Cruising. Well, it's at USC. I think he's going to win this one because Shell's really good and Cruising's off. The defense has just been horrible all season. It's been an absolute shocker. 88 rated defense. They play like absolute crap. He's given up 45 points, 38 points, 38 points. Like, it's going to be, I don't see this miraculous Shell scores 27 points in a game again, but who knows? I think Shell's going to win this one. I'm picking Shell for this one. And then his other games against the other kind of MAC transplant. That's at home, though, so that helps him a lot because with Washington, the HFA is pretty good. He's going to take on Washington, Drewski. Drewski runs the ball really well. Shell didn't stop the run great against Knowles. When I was watching it, Knowles kind of gashed him. But I do think he's going to figure it out. I think he has, like every guy he has aftershock. I think that's going to take down Drewski's running backs. Going to wear and tear him out of the game a little bit. And I think Shell will be able to win on offense. And I think Drewski's going to struggle not being able to make hot routes just because it's tough when you have to play on the road at a place like Oregon. You can only make like one hot route. Even though Drewski runs the ball really well. So I do think Shell's going to win out. I think Shell's going to win out. I think Shell's going to make the playoff. I think Shell's going to make the playoff, even though he acts like he's going to lose his team. I think he's going to win out and make the playoff because I don't think this one loss against Knowles should knock him out. I think he's an incredible win against Rutgers. He has an incredible win against Penn State. And Big Mike's honestly pretty good too. So I do think Shell's still going to make the playoff, even though I'm sure if you asked him, he'd say he wouldn't. But yeah, I think Shell's going to win out and sneak in. Okay, now, and there might be some tiebreaker scenario in which he makes the playoff or makes the championship game. I really don't want to think about it because, like I said, there's a chance that we could get 7 teams tied at 2 losses, and then it'll be absolutely gross to try and figure that out. It'll probably just come down to whatever Massey rating's higher, but the way the Big Ten does, like, you eliminate teams as you go, so it actually could. I don't know. Regardless, Shell, just win your games. Gosh, dude. Gosh, dang it. Okay. All right, Penn State. Smitty. So Smitty's a guy where, here's a guy who just wins. And when he loses, it's like, what the heck, how did he lose that? And nowhere is this more so than this game. I don't know what the frick he was doing. Well, it wasn't him. He was playing fine. But Cardell Tate made like the greatest catch in NDL history that wasn't a touchdown to set up a 25-yard comeback route stemmed. Well, not stemmed, smart routed, I should say. Well, no, it must have been stemmed because it wouldn't have been. Yeah, so it's stemmed. for a touchdown to, I think, also Carnell Tate for the win. I can't believe Candy scored against a guy like Smitty in 20 seconds. That was that was crazy to me. But Smitty lost. I told Smitty I really think that should count as half a loss because it was kind of at cheese that he lost anyways. I think he really should get that as a win. But I'm not really going to count as half a win for D Candy. So it's a loss. But he was able to beat this guy by 21, which I kind of expected. Like, he's good. He was able to beat this guy by 17. And is there anyone else he beat that was really good? He knocked Jose. He basically knocked Jose out of the league. I don't think if Jose loses, or I don't think if Jose wins against Smitty, he's out of the league right now. So yeah, he's had 3 great wins. He used to have one more. And now to start the block, not a crazy win. He doesn't have to have a crazy win. He plays against a guy who, like I said, able to play games close. Smitty's style of playing, it's going to be tough to keep it close. But if he can't keep it close, totally... Oh, geez, there's an elder bug on my TV. So if he is able to keep it close, it'll be close. Duh. Wow, okay. But I do think Smitty's going to win this one. His other game, I don't know who the heck's going to win this game. It's just going to be awesome. This is a game of the week, as it should be. I mean, it's the biggest game in Big Ten history. I mean, not really, but it's the biggest game of the season for the Big Ten, I'd say, because I think this is a win or go home. The winner of this game makes the playoff. I'm saying it right now. You heard it here first on the Big Pod. Winner of this game makes the playoff. Loser is going home. There's no way you lose this game, you still make the playoff. So, good thing Smitty has home field advantage. But man, MJ Kemp is good. Have they played each other before? I've never played MJ Kemp. I feel like he's someone where, like, he's low-key underrated because he hasn't been able to... I don't think he has a playoff win. I don't think he does. But let's see if he's played MJ Kemp. He probably has. He has. He beat him. 38-31. Can I see that? I can't see that game. This elder bug. Okay, these hot links don't work. Yeah, whatever. So he beat him 38-31. Maybe as Ole Miss, if I had to guess. Or maybe it's UCF. Yeah, they probably would have crossed paths. But yeah, so Smitty has beaten him before. Man, I think Smitty's going to beat him again. Just because he's at home. I really like MJ Kemp. I think he's really good. But just because Smitty's at home, it's going to be tough. It's got to be so tough to beat him at home. I mean, you had to have God Squad Ohio State, like, with a miracle touchdown to beat him at home. Yeah. I got Smitty in this one. I got Smitty winning out. I got Smitty being that team that makes the playoff with 2 losses. So I do think, given what I've talked about, I think we're going to get 4 playoff teams from the Big Ten, which is cool. I thought we could have had 6 potentially, but I do think we're going to end up with 4. I think Smitty, Shell, Metro, D Candy are all going to make the playoff, and MJ and RB are just going to barely miss out. Okay, moving on. Nidler, yes, I love talking about Nidler because he's a great guy. So he only has 1 game this block. Not really any games to review. He just he goes out and plays his games. He's had some tough games. He's been getting slaughtered. This game's also going to be... It's the other way. This isn't really a game. I think in real life it wasn't a game either. In this game, it's not going to be a game. Nidler had a 1-win goal. He met his 1-win goal, but technically it's a 2-win goal, so he didn't meet his win goal. But, I mean, he can just participation, get a day 1 draft pick, which is good for him. We'll see where he goes next year. But, yeah, this Purdue season, not the best. And, yeah, hopefully he keeps his game within 35. That's all I have to say. Shout out to Nidler, though. Been doing a great job on the admin team. Okay. Now, Rutgers. Okay, so like I said, I don't know who made this schedule for Rutgers. Whoever made it hates Rutgers and hates everyone that goes there, I guess. I don't know. But he has to play Penn State and Ohio State. Penn State and Ohio State. He also had to play Oregon. And that's it. He didn't have to play Indiana or MSU. But he has to play Penn State and Ohio State. Penn State, Ohio State. We'll start with Penn State just because it's on that side of the screen. So he's going to play Penn State. He's going to play Smitty. This game that's going to be talked about for ages. It will always be talked about, should always be talked about. And he's going to get a chance to clinch a spot in the playoff, I think, by beating Smitty here. Oh, man, would I put him in with 3 losses if he lost to Ohio State? I don't know, dude. That sim loss against Cracker, South Georgia Cracker, is going to be brutal. I don't know. That's for the committee to decide. But MJ Kemp, sorry, I'm not picking you in this one. So shout out to Smitty. Smitty is a go at running the football. Love stealing running tips from him. He does this thing where he double teams the end when he runs stretches. I don't know if it does anything. It's funny because I think whenever I stream, I go, I don't know if this does anything, but I'm going to try it, and I score a touchdown. So maybe it does something. But if you look at the blocking, I don't think it does anything. Regardless, great game. Watch it. They're probably going to play it instantly because Smitty plays his games the second he can because he loves playing college football. I mean, he probably hates playing college football, but he loves playing his NDL games. And then he'll take 4 days to put it in. So if you don't watch it, you'll have no idea who won for a week until Smitty puts the game in because I think he's going to win. And then his other game, shoot, I must have already picked this game. Oh, yeah. This is the game where Sammy said they're going to score a bunch of points and put the over at 75.5. Still think the over 75.5. Still think D. Candy's going to win. I think MJ Kemp's going to come up just short. He's going to end his season with 7 wins, maybe 8 if he gets this game against Nate Ogden. This is another one I tried to check. I think they're trying to get their game in. Well, I didn't try and check. I checked. Oh, shoot. Geez, T-Fan's booked. Oh, the Metro T-Fan game might go to Sim. Oh, I hate that. I hate that. Okay. Hate that. Okay. Yeah, I think DKN's going to win this one. It's just, his guys are just too fast. But it's going to be a great game. MJ has, man, he only has 1 good win now. Yeah, so this is going to knock him out. I can't put him in. He doesn't have enough good wins without it. It's tough. He's a great win against Arkansas. That was a great comeback win. That was so much fun to watch. I like watching MJ, just the way he plays is fun. But Devin... Yeah, but then Devin went and smoked Metro. Or didn't smoke him, but he beat Metro. That's his only good win. Oh, no, he beat LSU, too. Ooh, yeah, okay. Devin's got a bit of an argument. I put MJ in before Devin, though, because he beat him. So, all right. Okay. UCLA T-Fan. I just briefly touched on it. I saw on the scheduling thread, T-Fan looks like he's not going to be able to play today or tomorrow. These games go final tomorrow. Looks like Washington, Illinois is being played right now. Shout out to those 2 guys for getting that game in super fast. Still beating the deadline, but yeah, so UCLA is playing. This UCLA MSU game, it's not going to get played. It's probably going to go to, I would say it goes to Fairsim because they both barely said anything. But that's up for the admin to decide. Really stink if Metro lost this one because it would cause so much frustration with the dang tiebreaker, so I hope he doesn't lose. But regardless, UCLA, he has the same final 2 games as Shell? What? Oh, they're inverse of each other. I was like, how is that possible? Because obviously one can play one, and one can play the other. So yeah, then I go to Shell. Jeez, man, I'm losing it. Sorry. Getting near the hour mark, I start losing it. Okay, so he's the inverse of Shell. His first game's at Washington against Drewski. I think Drewski's going to win this one because Drewski's pretty good, and Drewski's going to run for 1,000,000 yards. Dang, T-Fan's win goal is 1. Jeez, man, this UCLA team. Okay, so I think T-Fan's going to lose this one. Drewski runs for 400 yards. Shoot, I hope you guys can't hear my phone going off. Hold on. So I hope Drewski, or I think Drewski wins this one, runs for 1,000,000 yards, but hopefully T-Fan keeps it close. You hate to see blowouts. And then the other game he has is at home against UCLA in, what is it called? Victory Cannon. No, Victory Bell. Right? Yes. Okay. That was a trivia question I got wrong one time and then got right the second time. But Victory Bell, this one also I don't think is going to be close, but who knows? I think Cruising's just too good. Cruising's on the same level as, like, why not Mike? Maybe like Doc. So, I mean, it'll be closer than I think, but I think Cruising's going to take care of business in this one, so I do think T-Fan's going to end the year with 3 wins, but we'll definitely get him a day 1 draft pick, so shout out to him. Hopefully he finds a school he likes. I think he was at UCLA last year, so maybe UCLA's the school he likes. Shouldn't assume. But yeah, best of luck to T-Fan. Don't think he's going to win a game to end this season, though. And then, or any of his last 2 games. I guess he's already won a game. Then USC has Oregon, as I mentioned before. It's at home, though. This could be, I gotta be, if I'm being serious, this is the game I'm most worried about for Shell retaining because it's on the road. He's played weird on the road all year. I don't know what in the world's going to happen. I could easily pull up this game at halftime and Shell's down 6 again or whatever the heck he keeps doing. But I could also pull it up. He's up 21. I don't know. But Cruising's complained about his defense all year. I think Shell's going to take advantage of that, complaining about the defense. He's going to win. Picking Shell. I really want Shell to win out and make the playoff. But we'll see what happens. Cruising's a very formidable opponent. And then Cruising's other game I just talked about. It's this way, though. That USC-UCLA classic Big Ten matchup, as the funny people always like to say. And then, yeah, I think Cruising's going to win this one. He's the better coach and he's the better team. So now, Cruising's another Big Ten team that's really a Pac-12 team. Playing UCLA, already had this one set up. Again, Drewski's going to win this one. Drewski's better. Probably get like 300 rushing yards. Drewski's other game, I don't think he's going to win just because, oh shoot, it is this way. Oh, I had the last one wrong. Whatever. Okay, so I do think Shell's going to win this one. I think Shell's going to win out. I didn't realize this was a rivalry game. Makes sense. They're both, would they be Northwest teams? But this would be big for Drewski because he'd actually win all his rivalry games if he wins this one. But I think Shell's going to win. Unfortunately, Drewski's going to end the year like 500, which isn't bad, but his win goal was 9, so it's going to be tough. Probably going to have a day 2 draft pick. Okay. Oh, Drewski's on right now. See, he's getting on to play his Illinois game against Nadog. Okay, last team in the last regular season episode. We got Wisconsin. He's got 2 games. 1, I don't know how it's going to go. I think Noel's going to play him really close. Oh, it's at Wisconsin, though. Yeah, he's going to take care of business in this one. His other game, so I think he wins this one. RB wins this one. His other game, I really don't know. Because this one, shoot, it's the other way. This way. There we go. Okay. This one, I don't know, man. Nadog. Let's see. First time ever I'm going to hop into the game. No. Wait. Nah, screw it. I'm going to hop into the game. Okay, hold on. Go. Come on. Go. Okay. I'm hopping in the game. First time ever because I want to see the home field advantages, and I don't know of any other way to check it. I'm going to back out the instant. Hurry up. No, I don't want to watch this. Come on. So we'll talk about this game. So RB is someone who plays really well against guys who play normal football. Sweet, we are going to... Oh, jeez. Is that going to go out of bounds? Or whatever. It goes out on the 41 if you guys don't know. Look, 41 every time. So RB someone who plays really well against guys who play normal football. Nadog kind of plays like a draggy, like crosser game a lot, which is also kind of the style that Zoot played. So I do think that, I don't know what this message is. Okay, hurry up. No HFA. Oh wait, shoot, do I have to be? Is it here? Oh crap, where do I? Controller select. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Hurry up, hurry up. Okay. I don't think they have a... No, they don't. So, yeah, so that's big. I was doing that just because I didn't know if they had a top 25 randomly. So since they don't have a top 25 randomly, I do think that RB's going to win because he matches up well against Nadog. He kind of knows the tricks of the trade to be able to beat Nadog. So I think he's going to be able to win this one. And with that being said, I think RB's going to end the year with a very, very, very respectable 9-3 and have a chance at a top team, as he said, because his win goal is only 3. And I think he's won every rivalry game. Yeah, because he is. Yeah, he's going to win every rivalry game. He's going to meet all his goals. He's going to have a really, yeah. If he wins his bowl game, even better. So looking forward to seeing RB at a top squad. Don't know what that squad's going to be. But either way, best of luck to him. I know it's a different animal. Hopefully he enjoys it. So, all that being said, we've now talked about every game in the upcoming block. We've talked about every team in the Big Ten. And with that, it is time to pick my Big Ten title game matchup. One team, there's no point in even picking because you guys already know who it is. It's this guy. D. Candy wins every game. It's just because, I don't know, because he's just incredible. And then the guy he's going to play, oh, man. I don't know how the tiebreakers work out. Because I know the first one is like head-to-head. They're not going to have all common opponents. So it's going to come down to Massey. Let's see. The problem is the Massey hasn't been updated in a minute. So whichever of these teams that are all going to have 2 losses, even though MJ might have 3, I think it's going to be Shell, which would be crazy. I think it's going to come down to Massey. I don't know. I'm going to have to take like an hour doing it. I'll probably live stream it. But, oh my gosh, Zoot is this high? Oh yeah, these just haven't been updated in forever. I think Smitty's going to be the highest. So I'm going to pick Smitty because I think Smitty's Massey rating is going to be the highest after he beats MJ. I don't think Shell's Massey rating will be the highest of all the 7 teams that have 2 losses. So I think it's going to be Ohio State, Penn State. Wow, would we be lucky if we get a rematch of this? But do think DeCandy's going to win it. Still picking DeCandy to win the conference. Going to pick DeCandy until he loses. Even then, I'm probably still going to pick him. So, yeah, that's my final conference game prediction of the conference championship prediction of the year. Picked all the games. Had a nice time chatting. I think this podcast is like an hour and 10 minutes, which is probably a little too long, but we yap sometimes. It was an hour 3. That's not too bad. Okay, so as always, thank you to everyone who listened. Thank you to everyone who plays their games. I know, great rematch, Sammy. I know, it's just incredible. It'd be comparable to, I don't even know. I was gonna try and think of a wrestling one because shout out to Sammy. I went to a WWE taping, and Sammy gave me some advice before the taping. It was very nice of him. Gave me a lot of stuff that like helped me kind of know like what wrestlers to focus on. It was really nice of him to do. But man, a rematch, because I don't know, because like Hogan Rock probably only happened once. Like, what is like a feud? I don't know. I can't think of a feud they did all the time. Maybe Hogan. This Elderbug's back. Maybe Hogan, Andre the Giant. That probably happened more than once, right? But WrestleMania 3 when Hogan slammed Andre the Giant, that was awesome. But regardless, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening if you're listening. Thank you guys for playing your games, doing your stats, doing your polls. This conference has been incredible. If I go pull up coach scores, because don't know if you guys know it, pulling back the curtain, but all the conference commissioners can see everyone's coaching reports. If I go look at this, it's absolutely incredible. I don't think there's a single score less than 4. Yeah. No score less than 4. No total score less than 23. You guys have been awesome all year. You've been participating a ton. I've really enjoyed it. And I look forward to seeing how the year ends. I look forward to seeing how your guys' year ends. And I appreciate everyone who watches and listens. And most importantly, I appreciate you guys for just putting in the time to be part of the NDL. And I appreciate the NDL for allowing me to be your guys' commissioner. I appreciate you guys for allowing me to be your commissioner. Sorry, I'm playing with my controller. Okay. All right. That's enough talking. As always, fire up chips. Thanks, Sammy. Your show's awesome, too. I love the Outliers. Fire up chips. Go USA. Whatever else I have to say. Long live the NDL. But, man, fire up chips. Okay, let's go. All right, see you guys. Have a good week.